So I have another piece, another poem that I just wrote, and I don't have a title, but yeah, it's a bang. Now I'm gonna blog that I'm blogging. Just go right into it. I gotta make awareness to an horrific experience that I went through. I hate to relive it all over again, but I got to in order for you to apprehend. So listen up and listen close. I want a message to marinate and soak. This is even for the old folk. No joke. So without further ado, if you don't already know, when it comes to drugs, just say no. Friday night in Seattle. Finding something to do was like an uphill battle. I wanted to rock the spot, shake, roll, and rattle, and drop it like it's hot. But I wasn't quite yet 21. That means another Friday night watching reruns. But before I got all comfortable with my ice cream carton, ready to watch Martin, my phone vibrated. At first, I hesitated to pick up the phone, but I did because I was bored and alone. It was my cousin on the other end. She was calling to extend an invite to a party at her friend's. She said, "You should really come. They got the Grey Goose to get you loose, Bacardi for the party, and the rum. You should really come." At that time, I didn't know what those drinks were, but I didn't defer. I was ready to experiment. And later on, I was going to repent. See, I just wanted to pull my leverage and be cool with an alcohol beverage. But it wasn't just one. It was more like some. I know I looked so dumb. Why didn't somebody stop me? What had gotten into me? Everything was so blurry. Everything was so topsy and turvy. Everything was so blurry. Everything was so topsy and turvy. So it was real hard to see. I was literally trying to get out of my own body, and I hated having to keep going potty. I was feeling like I wasn't going to make it. They took pictures of me while I was half naked. I was so toe up, I fell asleep in my own throw up. I woke up all lost and forgetting that everybody there had seen my kitten. But it gets worse than that. I'm going to go ahead on and admit I also woke up in my own. I can also remember a couple things like being in the bathtub and washing up with the Clorox toilet scrub. I can't believe that stuff was all up in my weave. I was so ashamed of myself and I was concerned about my health. I slept in the next 3 days. I didn't even call into work to say that I wasn't going to make it in. I just wanted to reprehend the things that happened over the weekend, but I was weak and nauseous and fatigued, so I went into the emergency room. They had me waiting 3 hours before I could see a nurse when I was one of the ones that got there first. So I'm laying on a stretcher in the ER with fluids going up my arm that diluted the toxins that did my body harm. I was in total alarm. I could never do this again. This is a sin. I can't amend the embarrassment I felt because these are the cards that Satan has dealt. So when you're out at a party or you're just doing your thing, think logically. Go for the cranberry juice without the goose. I don't want you to be like me and get alcohol poisoning.